Hey everybody, Will Fix here. Glad you stopped in. We usually spend about 8 to 15 minutes together. I hope it's encouraging for you and informative. I try to keep it on a hope level, on a positive level, not just because I want to be positive, but because I'm positive about XRP. That's generally what I talk about. Sometimes I throw in some XLM, some SHX, and some other obscure coins, but pretty much all of the ISO coins, I'll talk about every once in a while. But I was seeing a few things. There's a couple of short videos that I want you to take a look at. They're all informative and pretty neat. And a lot of them I've in the past, I've showed them before to solve some questions that some people have about a few issues. But let's take a look at those real quick. We're going to look at this posted by Brett Hill and Trump speaking on crypto.
They are against it. Biden doesn't even know what it is. If you ask Biden, sir, are you for or against crypto? What's that? Get me off the stage. He's saying, get me off the stage. Now, he has no idea, but look, Gensler is very much against it. The Democrats are very much against it. And I say this, a lot of people are very much for it, probably a lot of the people in this group, and I'm fine with it. I want to make sure it's good and solid and everything else, but I'm good with it. And if you like crypto in any form, and it comes in a lot of different forms, if you're in favor of crypto, you better vote for Trump.
Well, there you have it. If you're in favor of crypto, you better vote for Trump. Let's take a look at another interesting short video that's packed with something that answers another question that's many times asked, and I've answered it many times, but so it's good to go over. Let's look at that. This is posted by Ali G. I could have put my own up here. Let's go ahead and listen.
The question is, will the value of XRP be the same in the private ledgers as it is on the public?
Yes. The value proposition of XRP is that it has these liquidity pools. It doesn't make sense to isolate stuff. Like, there's no place where gold is worth twice as much as it is now, because if there was, people would just bring gold there, and they would they would buy gold somewhere else and they would sell it there. Unless the only way that you can have the value be very different in two places is if there's a lot of friction. And if there's friction, someone will make a business of removing that friction. So I don't see any realistic scenario where XRP has significantly different value unless something's wrong. So, like, a good example of a case, there was a time where the value of XRP, they called it the kimchi premium, right? Where the value of XRP in some Asian countries was very high, but that was because there were capital controls, right? That was because things were bad. I think that's a sign that something is not going well. The value proposition of XRP is that you can take it to all of the places, right? If I sell you some gold and you say, hey, this gold can only be used in jewelry, you're like, well, that kind of sucks. I don't want that gold, right? The value proposition of gold is that you have access to the entire value proposition of gold. And so I don't see any scenario in which where it makes sense to snip pieces off, again, unless something is wrong.
The question.
So there is no private ledger that has a secret price, is the question that he answers there. Very interesting. Let's look at another short video. Here's a little piece that's interesting about de-dollarization, which definitely is going to affect cryptocurrencies. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to let this guy talk about it, thanks to Crypto Heavy, who posted this up. And let's go ahead and listen.
Anymore. They're tired of the United States basically stealing their uranium. So they called upon, and the French, by the way, so they called upon Russia for security. So Russian forces show up. There's American forces in a base they're not supposed to be in. Like, this is what's at stake right now, guys. These superpowers are realigning everything. And you're going to see in a week's time on May 14th in Moscow, this big conference with all of the BRICS nations there, and the focus is currency. It's going to be very interesting to see how China involves itself with this, and to a much larger degree, of course, the yuan-backed currency, and in moving fully away from the US dollar. Mark my words, next week, it's all coming together at the same time, guys. It's the timing of this it's not coincidental. You have the head of the EU, one of the chief diplomats for the European Union, Joseph Borrell, saying that Ukraine is going to collapse in a matter of 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Right? He said that the other day. And then BRICS is holding its big conference around currency in 2 weeks. Like, the timing on all of this is so fishy, right? You know that Europe right now wants to put boots on the ground inside of Ukraine. You have French President Macron coming out saying that we cannot rule that out, and that if Russia advances anymore, we should put European forces and boots on the ground inside of Ukraine to stop this. Chief diplomat for the EU comes out and says that Ukraine is about to collapse in 2 weeks, and all of this is to, again, follow the money. Follow the gold, follow the money. It was never about democracy, preserving democracy in Ukraine. It was always about the money and the decline of the US dollar. Western hegemony right now on the anymore. They're
Isn't that something? It's pretty obvious right now what's going on in the world. You know, there's very serious implications with all of this stuff. Who we elect and who is in office at the times. You know, the United States dragging their daggum feet with Gary, you know, acting like a total, I don't know what to call him. You can't use decent words because he's really anti-American running the SEC. He's really he's pushed this off where we could be in charge as a nation of cryptocurrency. He's pushed it out. You know, it looks like Dubai is becoming one of the major centers, and I believe Singapore is becoming one of the major players in passing, you know, different things, establishing different things to make way for all of the changes in crypto. It's going to happen anyway because the whole world's going to change, and they'll do their own thing and leave the U.S. out. I don't know why. What they think is helping the United States by delaying everything, fighting everything, and all the new lawsuits. You know, like now we got Robinhood that's, you know, SEC is trying to come against Robinhood. And, you know, I heard Gary say the other day in the interview, we don't allow the stock market to do that. Hello, Gary. Hey, crypto, it's not a stock. It's actually not a security. Hey, it could be sold as one, but it's not a stock, man. It's not even really in your wheelhouse. You're trying to say we're putting it in your wheelhouse. You need to get off it, bro. I mean, go somewhere else. We need to get somebody new in there. Don't you agree? Sometimes I start thinking about Gary Gensler, and I get heated. I'm like, this man is an obvious shill for the Democratic Party. And, you know, if you're a Democrat, that's fine. But some of these people in the party, guy, you got to get rid of them. I am not on the Democratic side of things. I believe all of their financial policy is trash, total garbage, not to mention many other issues that I won't bring up on the channel because we're not about that. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. By the way, as you know, I do use the Decent wallet. I've used several wallets and many different wallets. I do prefer the Decent wallet, and the fact that they gave me an affiliate link to give you all a discount is pretty cool. Use my links in the description if you want one. Go ahead and pick you one up. Thank you.